Welcome to day 104 of our school year. "76 school days left. Alright, let's get down our beginning fraction. We have a total of 180 school days, and we are on day 104. Now we have to think, is our numerator prime or composite? Well, it ends in an even number, so that means 2 is a factor. And if 2 is a factor, we have more than 2 factors, making it composite. Also, the only prime number that's even is the number 2. So we're going to do the prime factorization of both our denominator and our numerator. Let's see, 180 is even, so I can divide that into 2 equal pieces. Half of 18 tenths is 9 tenths. Okay, I could divide by 3. I can get 30 groups of 3 out of 90. I can divide by 5, I get 6. I can divide by 3, and I get 2. 2 is prime, so we're done. Here I can do half of 10 tens is 5 tens. Half of 4 ones is 2 ones. It's even, so I can divide by 2 again. Okay, 5 tens I can't easily do half of, but 4 tens I can, which is 2, leaving half of 12, which is 6. Okay, half of 2 tens is 1 ten. Half of 6 ones is 3. 13's prime, so we are done. Go ahead and get down our prime factorization from least to greatest. Write this a little smaller. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. And here we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 15. I'm sorry, 13. What do we have in common? Looks like 2 groups of 2. Leaving 26 in the numerator, and 3 times 3 times 5, 45 in the denominator. So our greatest common factor is 4. Let's go ahead and make our groups of 4. I'm going to use my perfect squares to help me out here. Except right here, because it looks like we have we don't want to cut those. We don't want to make groups with part shaded, part unshaded. We want to make sure that they're completely shaded or unshaded. Because then we're dealing with fractions and fractions. You do not have to make your groups like mine. I like using perfect squares. They're easy for me to see. Alright, now the way I made mine, I have 5 groups of 4 in each row. So to find my total amount of groups of 4, I can count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26 shaded in. Okay, now I'm going to divide using my algorithm to prove it in a different way, because I've done my division with my model. Now let's use the algorithm. So 180 divided into groups of 4, and 104 divided into groups of 4. 4 times 25, 4 quarters makes 100 cents. Or $1. Numbers the same, zeros a game. More on top, no need to stop. Numbers the same, zeros a game. Bring the 80 up here. 20 times 4 is 80. Numbers the same, zeros a game. 25 plus 20 is 45. Okay, here 4 quarters again is 100 cents. So 4 times 25 is 100. More on top, no need to stop. Numbers the same, zeros the game. Numbers the same, zeros the game. Bring the 4 up. 1 times 4 is 4. Numbers the same, zeros the game. Add the partial quotients together. 25 plus 1 is 26. Now we still need to check. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Since our remainder is 0 for both, and the identity property of addition says when you add 0, it stays the same, we don't need to take the time to add the 0. 4 groups of 5 is 20. 4 groups of 4 tens is 16 tens, plus 2 more is 18 tens. 4 groups of 6 is 32. 4 groups of 2 tens is 8 tens. I'm sorry, my multiplication was bad there. 4 groups of 6 is 24. I did 4 groups of 8 instead. Easy to make those mistakes. That's why you want to just be careful, be precise, make sure you're accurate. That's that mathematical reasoning. 4 groups of 2 tens is 8 tens, plus 2 more is 10 tens. 104, that matches our dividend, check. 180, that matches our dividend, check. So our numerator is definitely 26, and our denominator is definitely 45. All right, let's go ahead and fill in our data collection page. Okay, trimester 2, week 10. Today's date is 2/4/2020, and our fraction for today is 26/45. Okay, we did groups of 4. Let's go ahead and get out our number line. Groups of 4, our last one we have is 23/45. So we need to get down 24/45, which is equivalent to 48/90, which is equivalent to 16/30, which is equivalent to 8/15, which is our simplest form for that number. Okay, and then we have 25/45, which is equivalent to 5/9. That's the simplest form, or equivalent fraction in lowest terms. Okay, and then today is 26/45. There are no lines lined up directly below it because it is our simplest form, or equivalent fraction in lowest terms. But we do have a line above it because there is an equivalent fraction in the 2's. 2 is a common factor, but 4 is our greatest common factor. Okay, let's go ahead and put our number line away, erase your worksheet, and thank you for joining me.